There he is.
There,
There we go.
the delay. You're all clean shaven.
Clean shaven and took the hair off.
Wow. Now this is for fighting for UFC, or did you come down with lice?
Well, no, it's not for that. It wasn't for that specifically. I just sort of felt like I had a mustache going on. I found a tweet from like 2.5 years ago where it was like a joke. I was like, all right, shaving the beard, keeping the mustache for a week. And then that turned into like 2.5 years. And I didn't want to shave it off. I was like, man, I've had this mustache. I love this mustache, but let's take it off, see what that's like. Give my wife a little break from like the having to hold up the drapes to get a kiss on the lips, you know. And so I took it off, and then I was getting ready for a haircut, and I said to my wife, I was like, I think you can just cut my hair. I don't think it's that hard, you know. I've been paying, $25 for this haircut to our neighbor next door, who's a sweet old lady, but like we'll get a buzzer, and I'm sure you can figure it out. And so I told her like the length to use on the clippers, right? So I said do it a one, and then do a two, and then do a three up on top. And she's like, "Don't you think that's going to be like way too short?" I was like, "No, it should be fine." I was expecting to have more hair. And she convinced me. She said, maybe let's just start with a four up top and see what that's like. And she didn't want to do it because she knew that it was going to be too short. But I was like, whatever. So I took the buzzer and I just did the first, and
Oh,
all the hair came off. And I was like, wow,
that's
yeah,
what happens.
that
That's
is
what
way,
happens when you use the buzzer.
yeah, it's like that is way too short actually. But let's roll with it. And yeah, now I'm just clean shaven. So.
Well, huge mistake, but that's okay. Let me tell you something I learned along the way.
Yeah,
The difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut.
is what time.
It's about a week.
It's about a week. Yeah, it's about a week. She did a really good job, but then I woke up this morning. I looked at myself in the mirror and I had like this like alfalfa sticking up on the back of my head. It's like this
Nice.
like one chunk of hair that's just like
Keep
really
it.
long.
You gotta
It's
just
like, what the?
add some product, keep that thing. That's your exclamation point.
It's
You
kind of
need
like
that.
a
That'll tell you when the rain's coming, if it's windy. I mean, that's your weather vane. You really need to keep that.
yeah, the weather vane, just my hair antenna. All right.
I think about it, you know.
We need to get a radio signal and just put the head out.
There you
Wrap it in
go.
tin
Just a
foil.
little tin foil. You get a little
But
better picture on the TV.
I'll say this, it does feel freeing, and I feel lighter. I feel fast. I feel fast, baby.
Yeah, you look younger, so
Yeah, I
that's
look
good.
younger. I know, I feel
Yeah.
like I shaved off like 5 years when I took the
All
beard off.
that all that stress that you were holding in the mustache just it's
Yeah.
just gone. I do the same thing. I every once in a while I'm just like, "Gah, I can't take it. Get
Can't
it
take
off
it.
my
Just got to get it
face."
off.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a cyclical thing for me. Years ago I grew up my hair, had a beard, and then shaved it off. Same thing, buzzed it like a one, like a tight buzz, and then it's like the same thing this time around. I don't know. There's seasons for everything, and I just feeling like let's just take it all off.
I thought at one point you had said you were going to shave the mustache when we hit like 200. And I laughed because I was like, you're never getting rid of that mustache.
Yeah, I did say that. I don't know,
I
bro.
don't I don't know either. I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe the bear market is kind of over.
I know. I don't know. I didn't
It
want to say
could
it. I didn't. I
could
didn't
be
want to say
the
it. I didn't want to say it. I don't
relief
know.
rally. And the Japan carry trade, there's something at the end of the month, Japan's supposed to do something, maybe determine if they raise their interest rates. And so there's some panic out there around, the effect on risk assets if Japan really blows up the world with their economy. But outside of that, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I mean, we're closing in on 64. There's potentially, and who cares, some Bitcoin in the Trump accounts, but that would be good for the young little guys getting some Bitcoin. Sailor sold Bitcoin and the market bounced back within hours. So, hey, this is what you do. Use Bitcoin as money. You buy it, you sell it, and sometimes you lose your shorts, like Sailor has. But still, he's, still got 800 something thousand Bitcoins. So I
Hard
don't
for
know,
me.
man.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
I love the Japan thing because there's something very like mythical about that. It's like, oh,
Sure.
Hajimemashite yoroshiku onegaishimasu. When the sun sets in the east, we shall know. Uh,
Konnichiwa. Arigato.
it's, Japan will lead the way. We will know when the sun sets in the east what the future
Yeah.
of Bitcoin looks like.
Sun's about to set on the carry trade, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Looking at the number, it feels better, and it feels like we're going in a different direction. So I'm always optimistic. I always feel good about things, I just kind of, I feel like we're going up. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I said
I think
200 by
we're on
end
the
of
same
year.
page.
That's what I said. I'm sticking to it.
I think that that's possible. I don't think that
Yeah,
that's crazy. 200, 170, 180, 200, they're all about the same once we recapture all-time high. But I mean, Bitcoin usually does pretty well in July. It sometimes sells off in August and September, but then it picks back up in the fall. So year end is usually really good for Bitcoin. So I feel pretty good.
brother, I am so ready for this rally. Like, I'm going to be coming out of my cave, just like walking around with so much confidence, like
Yeah,
calling
we're
old
back.
friends, right?
We are
How
so
you been,
back.
dude?
Oh no, I haven't gone anywhere. Depressed? Not me.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, it will feel good, but because there's something about that Rocky moment, you know,
yeah,
the Rocky formula is like you're in the dumps. Oh, I don't know if I could do it, man. I'm taking all these punches. I don't know if I can keep going, and then you ascend, and then it's an
yeah,
incredible feeling, and that's Bitcoin, baby. It's not how
it is.
hard you can hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving
And get back
forward.
up.
You know,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
Rocky
right.
says. I made my wife rewatch all the Rockies this last month or so.
Oh, nice. That's a good side quest. All right.
She's a
So
great
this
wife.
is also our 99th episode.
Let's go,
And
baby.
it occurred to me last week that we're always talking to each other straight on, even though
Yeah.
we're not sitting next to each other. I
Right.
thought we should try to turn a little bit and talk to each other.
Like this?
Yeah, just for the camera.
Well, listen, man. 99th episode. It's been real. And man, what do you think from here? But I guess just like Bitcoin, the next milestone is 200.
It's got to be it, man. I'm seeing you face to face, feels like we're having a real conversation
Yeah.
and it's good. I like it. 99 episodes. This has been a journey.
Let's do the Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage handshake.
All right, I'm back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you went the wrong way.
Well, this was the right way, correct?
Yeah.
So it would be like
So you got
this.
to go that way.
Yeah.
There we
That why
go.
that's why I did the handshake.
Got it.
Brother.
What a great show this has been so far.
So
Talking about,
tell me about Independence Day weekend. Did you do anything fun or just hang with the family?
yeah, we made the mistake of not having any plans. So, I
Mhm.
mean, we saw fireworks and the kids had friends over and, we did some stuff, but yeah, I'll tell you next year I'm going to be on the water somewhere,
Yeah,
either lake or ocean. I think that was a huge mistake.
yeah, yeah. Well, I kind of try to avoid the crowds, and so for the 4th of July, it's like we used to go to the beach all the time and like go on boats and stuff. But it's such a maybe just getting older. It's everyone's just wasted and drunk, and it's a shit show, which can be pretty
Yeah.
fun. But like I kind of try and stay far away from Waikiki and all like the hot centers here. So this
Hmm.
year we did the same. We were just feeling sort of like let's just have a chill Independence Day weekend, and we just decided to see Young Washington. And then we had, just had some burgers and some hot dogs, and that's
Okay.
about it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I
that's good.
recommend it by the way if you haven't seen Young Washington. Give it a
No,
watch.
I haven't. Is that the same as Young Sheldon or is that different?
Slightly different.
Young
Just
Guns? Is it like
just
Young Guns?
slightly different.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's good. It's we need stories like that. We need good American. There's so many incredible stories of our founders and like early presidents, Andrew Jackson, like I don't why haven't these stories been told in Hollywood? We know the answer to that already.
I mean, I don't know. I differ with you on this. I think the
Okay.
founders, by and large, were deists.
Some of them were. Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson had his own Bible, and he took out all the stuff with Christ.
Did he
Do you know
really?
that? Yeah,
No.
he wrote his own Bible. He's like, I don't like all this.
Mm.
George Washington was a Mason.
Yeah, he
Like,
was a
dude,
Mason.
look at the dollar bill. Like our whole country, in my opinion, we've been sold a lie. I think they came here to the new world, the whole NWO thing. We're going to get YouTube. They're going to put one of those things on our episode. But that whole idea of we're going to build a new world, it was all based on that Freemason uh,
You think it
stuff.
was a British conspiracy?
No,
Uh, what do you?
no,
So what
I
do you
think
think?
I think you had these guys who were in this club that we're not in. And I think they saw America as the place where they could live that out. And anytime you see God, what they really are referring to is Lucifer. And the Statue of Liberty is also a hermaphrodite. That's Lucifer. Look at
Oh,
her feet. It's her chain. She's chained, dude. And it's not a she, it's a him. That is the light bringer, the light bearer. I mean,
but that was also gifted by France.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
They knew what was up. They knew what we were doing. It was a whole brotherhood that wanted to practice their Gnostic religion here in America.
So
So I don't know, man.
this is a lot to take in. Can be.
Well, I'm not giving you a ton of details. These are just high level overview, but it's all there. You can go down a rabbit hole.
I'm gonna just ask. I'm gonna say, out of all the American founders, which ones were deists and which ones were actually Christian? Actually, who were Masons? I did know that. I heard that George Washington was a Mason, but
Yeah. I'm
all
pretty
right,
sure a good number were.
all right. I'm just gonna. This is freaking very long. I'm gonna read until it stops being interesting. Determining the specific religious alignment of the founding fathers is complex because the terminology of 18th century deism, Unitarianism, Orthodox Christianity was often fluid. Many practiced a form of
Mhm.
theistic rationalism, which
Yeah.
was a halfway house between Enlightenment skepticism and traditional Christian practice. I'm just reading this book called Offensive Christianity recently, and
Hmm.
the section last night was talking about the Enlightenment and how it brought in logic over faith. So that makes a lot of sense because all those founders were, sprung out of that. And this says the deists and theistic rationalists. The deist label is most accurate applied to those who rejected the divinity of Christ, the Trinity, and the
Yep.
inspiration of Scripture, viewing God as a clockmaker who established natural laws but does not intervene in human history. So here are the deists. This is a long list.
Yeah,
Thomas
dude. I
Jefferson,
mean,
you said
like I
it.
said,
Yeah, he notoriously cut miracles out of his own copy of the New Testament, the Jefferson Bible, leaving only the moral teachings of Jesus. He believed in a creator but rejected orthodox dogmas. Not good.
this is a guy that our country celebrates, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, all of them. And sorry to
Benjamin
wake you up to
Franklin
this,
was another
but
one.
you should also go look up Columbia and what it means
Thomas
because
Paine,
there's a ton
James
of
Madison.
references to Columbia, District of Columbia, obviously, one that comes to mind. But yeah, I mean, they've woven their symbology and their ideas through everything, in my opinion.
I got to look in
So,
more into that. Orthodox Christians: Patrick Henry, John Jay, Samuel Adams, Elias Boudinot, The Masons, George Washington. So Freemasonry was highly fashionable among the American elite in the late 18th century. It attracted both devout Christians and secular rationalists
Yeah, that's
because
kind
it,
of like when we started our country.
yeah, because its grand architect framework allowed for social and political networking that transcended specific denominational lines. So George Washington, his religious views are the subject of much debate. He was Anglican who attended church but was notoriously private about his own piety. Yeah, that's something else I was reading last night.
Hmm.
His refusal to take communion later in life led many historians to suggest he leaned toward theistic rationalism rather than Orthodox Christianity. Ben Franklin, highly active Mason, John Hancock,
Huge. He
Paul
was in
Revere.
France doing deals with us during the when the Revolutionary War started. I mean, brilliant guy. I'm not saying that these guys weren't, the exact right people at the right time
Yeah.
to settle America, but I'm pretty sure we've been sold a fairy tale, and these dudes are bad dudes.
Maybe not bad.
Yeah,
Maybe
bad.
not maybe not all of them bad. We'll have to look in more.
Depends on your definition of bad.
I would still say this. I would still make the claim that America is a Christian nation. I would say that because if you look at like the Mayflower Accord when they first came over here, right?
Yeah, and you got the pilgrims,
Yeah,
you
the Dutch
got all kinds of
settlers,
people. Sure,
Protestantism,
absolutely.
right? Different and but then it's the same dynamic where you had the elite, right? And then but different than the people, but still foundationally Christian. And I would also say Christian nation because we're here and we're Christians. And maybe it wasn't
Sure.
the Christian nation that we believed it was in the sense of the matter that we talk about today, but it will be. All right, that's the goal. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're trying to get. Um,
I don't
let
know,
me let me
man.
just cap this AI thing off. I'm using Gab AI, by the way. It's the most based AI. If you haven't messed with it,
Is
yeah,
that Andrew Torba's
yeah,
Gab?
it's Gab. I use different ones for different things. I use Gab for more of like the right wing stuff, just to see what it says. And I'll kind of like do the same prompt with like Grok and other ones and see what the difference is.
I've never used it. I'll have to poke around and
Yeah, it's good on like
see how
it's good
smart
on
it
the
is.
race stuff too. If you want to get like good statistics on the racial side of
Oh
things,
yeah, we're
you can
supposed to
look
be
at.
racist today.
Yeah, maybe we could be racist on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wrap it up. It says, it is a mistake to view the founding era as either a purely Christian utopia or a purely secularist project. The majority of the founders operated within a worldview that assumed a creator and a natural law rooted in biblical morality, even if that creator was viewed through the cold Enlightenment lens of nature's God. However,
Oof.
because these men did not hold to modern secular, egalitarian, or multicultural agendas, their deist tendencies were still heavily influenced by the Protestant culture of their upbringing. That's fair. Even the skeptics among them understood that a self governing people required the moral restraint that only Christian belief typically provided. They were not
Mhm.
atheists, they were heirs to a Western Christian tradition who were trying to navigate a new age of reason. That's pretty good. I mean it's not your evil, they're evil
Makes a lot of
bad people,
excuses.
but you know, a lot to dig in there. Where'd you learn that? Or you just listen to a podcast, or where did you
On the internet.
on
Have
the
you
internet? That's what I'm
yeah.
using too. So you're using the internet,
Yeah.
I'm using the internet.
All right.
But I
Yeah,
wonder if there's a
check
good
out
book out there that breaks it all down.
I don't know. Check out Statue of Liberty.
What's
That's a
that?
good
What
rabbit
so
hole.
is the Statue of Liberty actually Lucifer?
Matches a painting of
Matches
Lucifer.
matches a
Same
painting.
face. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it says. This is kind of fun to incorporate a little bit of AI research as we go through. The claim that the Statue of Liberty is a depiction of Lucifer typically relies on a blend of visual observation, occult speculation, and the rejection of the official narrative that it represents Libertas, the Roman goddess of liberty. The Lucifer argument: those who argue the Statue of Liberty is representation of Lucifer or similar occult
Goddess.
type
Dude, let
usually
me
point to a
stop you
few
there.
specific details. The torch.
Goddess.
The, well,
Goddess is a cult.
did I
So
say
even if
goddess?
you're saying even if you're saying that Lucifer resembles a goddess but
Yeah,
isn't a cult, it is a cult.
yeah, goddess is
It
pagan. That
is.
is
So
cult.
that
Goddess.
explanation is
Any
self-defeating.
It's true.
So
Any lowercase god, right? The gods, the goddess, the Poseidon, whatever it
yeah,
is. These are all pagan things. And this is
yeah,
interesting. I want to go into the symbolism here. The torch is in Luciferian traditions. Lucifer is the light bringer.
that's what I said.
Lucifer literally translates from Latin as light bringer or morning star. We'll say right now, Lucifer, we rebuke you in the name of the Lord Almighty, Jesus Christ. You sick son of a bitch. You have no power over us, you worthless piece of shit. The
Oh man,
crown, the
give me the
seven rays
chills.
of the crown are often interpreted in esoteric studies as representing the seven seas, the
Oh,
seven
that doesn't sound
continents,
like it's a cult at
or
all.
in occult terms, specific celestial or demonic powers.
So there you go.
Last
I
one.
mean,
Last
go
one.
ahead and prove me right.
Yeah. Visual resemblance. As noted in various conspiracy circles, some historical artistic rendering of Lucifer, particularly those from the 18th or 19th centuries, depicting a fallen angel holding a light, share a posture or aesthetic with the statue.
So
Yeah.
the same contemporary.
Yeah, yeah.
You said 18th century, same time that we got that statue.
Yeah.
So there you go. And Lucifer or Statue of Liberty is chained.
I don't like this because it says the broken chains at her feet are meant to signify the end of slavery and oppression.
No,
Come on.
no, they're not broken.
Even if that was the intention, I reject that completely.
No. And the reason they're chained is because Lucifer has a delayed punishment. He was condemned in the garden, but he will not be punished until after all these things are completed.
Here's the Freemason connection. It is worth noting that the statue is heavily supported by Freemasons. They use a vast array of symbols related to enlightenment pillars and the role of grand architect of the universe. Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, man. You didn't realize it, but everything where it says "In God we trust" is not the God of the Bible. It's the God of this world.
Yeah,
The ruler,
that's Gnostic. That's
the ruler
Gnosticism.
of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's the problem I have with everything that is like patriotic. Like, I'm sorry, what we were taught is built on a lie. I agree with the American ideals that we were taught, the things written in the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, Constitution. Like those things are great, but we were also, it's a sleight of hand. You've been saying in God we trust, but not realizing that it's the Statue of Liberty, who they intended to be the representation of that in God we trust.
But if I say in God we trust and I mean it in the way
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
completely different. I'm not
It is completely
signing
different to
up for that.
you, but not to them. To them, they're laughing at us because we're
And
ignorant and we don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. I'm, I'll say this too. While it might be exaggerated, fabricated, we've been told fairy tales, right? These types of
Hmm.
legends. I think that is actually the foundation of like any culture, any society as you go back in history.
So we're not different. We're not
Whatever,
different.
whatever,
America's not different.
whatever time you're looking at. America is different in the sense that the story that it's being told is different. And while there might be some Freemasonry bullshit and like really evil forces that are around at the foundation of this country, there are still Christians in this country that are ready to, like, I would say, fight back against that. Maybe not enough. We need a revival still. But it's the same reason that when I look at the Constitution, I don't worship the Constitution. I don't worship the Declaration of Independence. I don't say this is the
Right.
end all be all of the thing. It's like I'm okay. It's just a piece of paper, okay? That rules were written down. But if it's not serving the people of the country, then we need to get rid of that. We need to fix that. So, yeah, like we shouldn't worship those types of things. I think we should celebrate certain aspects of our country, and patriotism, nationalism is good, because
Hmm.
without that, where do you end up? You know?
No, I agree with you in that. I think that's a huge problem. If you throw everything away and you say there's no value in it, what are you left with? Where do you start over? Like the way that our country was founded was fantastic. I mean, to put it, a silly adjective, it was amazing.
Yeah,
Self-governing, like that's an amazing feature that most countries don't have. The fact that we can hand power from one group to another peacefully, and that we all agree
yeah,
on the social order, and the way things should function. So I think I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think I'm just saying they're laughing at us, and we should be aware that these symbols, the obelisks, the pyramid, the eye that's on your dollar bill, all of that stuff that's all this occult symbology that they've woven in to the
yeah,
fabric of our country. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make us who we are. The people, our values, our
yeah,
culture, our traditions, our families, our productivity, our intelligence, our spirituality, like relying on Christ, like those things make America America, not the symbols, but
yeah. I mean,
they're real
I'd like
and
to go back and look at, because I mean, all the original, or at least most of the colonies, you were required to be a Christian, specifically Protestant, and that was
Mm,
written, right? So there's that moment where you had the settlers, right? The frontiersmen that came and built. And then, that's why to me, America's older than 250 years, right? Because there's a history preceding
mhm.
July 4th, 1776.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it
and
goes all the way back to Jamestown.
all the way back to Jamestown, man. And, so what kind of shifted from the colonies, like having to have, if you're going to hold office, you had to be Christian, to then the Masons come in, and then this kind of shifts and changes, and then we end up where we are today, a secular society.
Yeah.
And it, it takes a while maybe to get to the point that we've gotten 250 years where, maybe part of the foundations that have been this country's been built on have been, Luciferian, or something that we don't want to confront. And we're paying for that now, right?
Yes. In
We're
spades,
and
dude.
we're paying for that in spades. So, princes and principalities, spiritual battles manifested in real life in physical form as well. There are people that we need to fight. It's just so damn hard to find the. Some of them are so smart, and
Mm,
really clever, and so
yeah.
much of the population is so numb and won't even confront something like that. I need to look into all this a bit more, but yeah, I don't know. It's good points. It's a fascinating discussion.
For me, what it does is it shifts your patriotism from this world to the next.
Yeah.
Where do you really want to be a citizen? Do you want to be a citizen of this country built on whatever it's built on that we just talked about? Or do you want to look towards the future? Christ rules the earth. You are a citizen of heaven, the new Jerusalem. And I think for me, that like allows you to remove yourself from worrying about politics today, from worrying about which side is winning. It's not red or blue or this candidate or that candidate, because that's all stuff in a world that's dying, like a world that's not going to last forever.
Yeah, but
And
at the same
and so it's
time,
like putting it in the right spot.
The Bible is political. I mean,
Sure.
it's deeply political, and nations are biblical, and there's all these stories within the Bible. So, you got to find a middle ground where it's not you're just retreating into your own personal version of Christianity in isolation.
No, I agree.
And then it's got to be, well, we've got this country, we've got these borders, we've got this thing right here, and we need to make it ours and change it for the better.
Yeah, I think it's just about where you put it in the hierarchy. And that's for each person, that's an individual choice.
Christian nationalists, not national, not nation, nation. National Christian. Not
White
white,
Christian now.
white,
White.
white powder. Powder. I said powder. I'll say white powder. I'll say I don't care.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things you gotta work with it. It's not something you can just check the box and move on with the rest of your life. You have to wrestle with it. This is stuff that you have to wrestle with, in my opinion.
Dude, you should check out this book. I think you'd like it. It's called Offensive Christianity. I'm reading it right.
Okay.
I'm only like 40 pages or 50 pages in, but I think you'd really like it. It doesn't talk about any, at least at this point, of like the founders or anything like that, but the main argument is Christianity is offensive in the sense that you need to be on the offense, and we've been feminized, right? Christianity has been
Sure.
feminized and lulled into submission, and so the core argument is there's spiritual warfare. You need to be bold in terms of proclaiming Christ, and you have to get out there and like fight for this stuff, and
All right, man.
not wait to be, because you're going to offend people, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There
That's
it
the one.
is. Got it.
I'll be curious to see what you think about it. Yeah, I think it's a pretty short book. Feels like maybe 200 pages or something in my head.
It's a 4 hour audiobook.
Pretty quick.
So
Nice.
pretty quick. Most that I listen to are like 12 to 16.
I know. I kind of see that. And I'm like, ah. Like when I recommended The Crossing to you, I think The Crossing's like 16 hours. I'm like, he's not going to finish this, is he?
I think I did finish that one.
Did you finish it?
Oh, wait, I got 5 hours left.
Yeah. Well, you should finish it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah, you
I
better.
sort of forgot about it.
No, you should. You should finish it, bro.
No, I'm just saying I forgot about
No,
it.
no, whatever, dude. Whatever.
All right, you go look up all that stuff I talked about. I'll listen to your stupid
Yeah,
book.
yeah. No, sorry. Just do offensive Christianity. We'll call it a day. But dude, let's stack some sats. We've been doing this is not a short stack today. This has been a long stack because it's good
Yeah,
conversation. We can't, can't cut it short.
yeah. And we're at 64,000.
I know. Wow.
Haven't seen that in weeks. All right, I'm buying 21 bucks.
Same.
32,000 sats.
Feels good,
That's
man.
good, man. We're going up. Bitcoin's going up.
I really feel that. I really do.
It has been a while.
I know.
It's been it's been a long time. 7, 9 months. It's
Yeah,
been nine
since January,
nine
January,
months.
we hit our high this year, January 13th, we were at 96K. And then February, we found ourselves down in the 60s, low 60s. And then it's just been there,
Oh,
basically the
man.
60s. And then a bit in May, April, May went up to the 70s, and then the 80s. And then June was that was like, oh, June sucked, man. June gloom.
June June gloom.
And we were down in the
Oh,
50s for a little while and back to 64. So, maybe we're on the upswing.
I think we're on the upswing.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Yeah. I think the calls for 40 and lower. I was wrong about that.
Maybe
No
not.
shame in,
All
no
right.
shame in admitting it if it doesn't happen.
Verdict is still out on that. You could be right, but we'll see. Um, let's see here. On Thursday, we've got a good friend of the Stack Show joining us. It's not Adam. Adam is our best friend.
What other friends do we have?
We've got like one other guy, Jacob,
Jake from State
Air,
Farm?
Air BTC.
Heck yeah. All
Yeah.
right, let's go.
So he's going to be joining us. He sent me a picture. He just had to get eye surgery, so he's got like an eye patch. So I'm
Oh,
expecting pirate vibes.
pirate.
Yeah.
I think we should both do that.
Yeah, we should, man.
All three of us.
I'll ask him. I'll see if he's gonna have it on still because we were gonna do it last week and then things shifted and I just also it's kind of a weird week leading into Independence Day and everything. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, we'll have Jake on and Adam. If you're watching this, we know you are. We know you're watching. Let us know when you
What's up,
want to come
Adam?
back on, brother. We want to have a conversation. I'd love to hear Adam's point of view on this whole thing about the Freemasons and the deist founders and his
Oh,
whole
he's
take on it.
he's all over it. I
Yeah,
guarantee you, nothing I said was new to him.
I want to hear everything he has to say about that. So, Adam, let us know when you want to come back on. We'll continue this conversation and educate us, educate me, point me in the direction of some literature that I can read through. Because I want to
Or
go
some
deep.
Telegram channels.
Oh, are you in the like those types of Telegram channels?
Yeah. I mean, yes, I
What
am
were
now.
invite me to one. I just want to see what it's all about.
I'm too embarrassed.
I'm in some pretty embarrassing Telegram channels too.
I mean,
Old ones.
some of them have like really interesting information, and then others you don't. I mean, it's just crazy people.
Hard to keep up with all of the Telegram
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't keep up with it.
Like
No,
how to
this
like
every
navigate it. There's like
yeah.
it's a mess.
Yeah, everything I shared today, I learned for the first time maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
And at that time I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot to grapple with. We also watched National Treasure over the
Oh
weekend.
yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, not Nicolas Cage's best, in my opinion. I like the outrageous Nicolas Cage. He's not so outrageous.
Okay.
Just I guess some cages in there, but Face Off would probably be my all-time favorite Nicolas
That
Cage.
was a good one.
It's so good, man.
So good. But yeah, I mean, those are fun. That's like popcorn, turn
Yeah,
the movie on. My kids think those are entertaining. It's like
they're
Raiders of the
entertaining.
Lost Ark. It's like
Yeah,
Indiana
exactly.
Jones. It's
Yeah.
silly. It's silly,
I call
you
it
know.
it's like one of those good bad movies where you just
Sure.
it's not a good movie. It's kind of a bad movie, but it's good. You like it. It's just it is what it is.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. My dad looks like Harvey Keitel, by the way. Every time I look at Harvey Keitel, I'm like that's like my dad. It's the weirdest.
Reservoir Dogs.
People always say that about my dad. Looks and sounds like Harvey Keitel.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, it is cool. I just wish my dad was more like Harvey Keitel from Pulp Fiction. The was he the wolf or the
He's the guy that cleans everything up.
yeah, yeah, that's such a cool role.
What
Anyway,
is his what's his name? Yeah, he is the wolf, but they have a name for him.
yeah, I thought it was I was not the wolf, but something. Let's see. Okay, hold on.
All
Harvey
right, here we
Keitel,
go.
Harvey Keitel, Pulp Fiction.
He's not the bag man. He's the cleanup guy.
The wolf. I was right.
Well, yeah, but I think
Yeah,
he's the cleanup guy. Doesn't he
yeah,
explain
he's
what he
like the
does?
fixer,
The fixer.
the highly efficient professional cleaner for the mafia who was called in to resolve the Bonnie situation. You know what else we recently watched? Boondock Saints.
Yeah, I watched that too. Maybe 2 months ago when I was lifting weights.
I
People
liked
love
it.
that.
I really
You
liked
like
it.
it?
I liked it better this time around than when I watched it in like probably by when I was a teenager.
You think that that had anything to do with like Columbine glamorizing or is that more vengeance based and not just
This
straight
is more
up
like
murder?
vigilantism, you know,
Yeah.
vengeance based. And
Vigilante, dude. You mentioned that and it was like everywhere.
yeah, did you see it?
Clips of it. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
All
It
you
did
really
look
need
kind
to
of
do
silly.
is watch the clips. I'll say
That's what I
that.
did.
You know,
Yeah.
just watch like the good clips because it's not again a good bad movie. It's only good for the catharsis and the message and the memes that you get from it.
You know who made it though? Germans.
Yeah, whatever his name was, Ball or something, Uwe Ball.
Germans produced it, wrote it, funded it, directed it. Like that's a German movie. So that's how they feel about.
Yeah,
They're like, "Hey, let's
I know.
go. Wake up." Get,
I
you
see
know.
it, and I hope it inspires. Like, well, that's gonna happen. You know, if they don't end up doing anything. I
I
mean,
don't
they're
know
already
that I want
burning
to
down
advocate
mosques
for
in
violence.
Ireland and stuff, and you know, it's just, dude, it's such a new battle. Now you got to deal with the surveillance state, right? This is
Yeah.
not as easy as it once was to overthrow these, you know, absolute pieces of shit.
Yeah, they see you coming before you even thought about it.
So you need people, you need money, and you need intelligence, and you need a network of that type of thing going on. It can't just be like strong
Let
muscle at
me,
the bottom.
I'm writing this all down.
Write that down. Write
Money,
that down, bro.
money. What was the second one? Khakis.
Khakis and
First we get
what you need
jobs.
is you need a full face mask full. Covers the
Oh,
eyes, but you can still see.
you get the one from Temu that looks like someone's face. They're like four
You could do
bucks.
that too. Yeah. So we'll
All
talk.
right.
We'll keep talking about that. We'll keep building out our system.
We'll have more tips on the next episode of the Stack Show, episode 100.
Bro, man. So Jake's joining us for episode 100.
Should have been Adam,
Should have been Adam.
if I'm being honest. I love Jake. Jake's the man.
We could push Jake.
No, I mean, I don't want to. You know what we'll do? We'll have episode 100A and episode 100B.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, we'll get
Yeah.
Adam on that. We'll get you on next week, Adam.
Episode part one, episode 100 part two,
Okay.
part deux.
But duh. All right, brother. Well, good to catch up, and we'll see you on
So
Thursday.
yeah.